Hi everyone, this is EstaRa with a message for you. I am, recording this video specifically about the Inner Child workshop that's coming up on June 30th. It's an 8-week course, so I wanted to just do a video because everyone's been asking me questions and wanted to know a little bit more about what we do and how it works. And so I'm going to do my best to cover that in this video. So hopefully this will help you. If you are dealing with old patterns, old belief systems, or you feel like you're limited, you're blocked in some way, or you actually know you have some inner child work to do and you've been working on your inner child, but you want to get rid of things for good multidimensionally and across all time, space, dimensions, realities, and with regard to your ancestral lineage and line, this is the workshop for you. And if you've been having any kind of stuff in your childhood that's been surfacing over the last couple of years, particularly because the energies of the universe right now has been bringing together this massive opportunity for true release and healing of ancestral karma, of any past life and inner child work. So that's all been surfacing in the last couple of years. I would say probably a little over 2 years now. And the opportunities are there. And those opportunities will always be there for healing, but not with the universe always pointing in the direction saying, here we go, this is what you do, and now's the time to release. And so the universe is actually on our side for this, which is why I offered it last year and why I'm offering it again this year. I did have requests to offer this workshop. It is so powerful. When I started my journey many years ago, the Inner Child Workshop is one of the things that I took, and I was like so amazed how dramatically my life had shifted. It catapulted me from one belief system and one paradigm of energy, if you will, into a new paradigm, and it really catapulted me forward. I opened my business, my life started changing, and I had started to meet the right people were coming in, and my soul group started to show up, and my heart opened more into a greater place of self-love for me, which in essence, when you have self-love for yourself, it just opens up the doorway to so many more things. So let's talk a little bit about what the workshop is and how it works and stuff like that, so you know. So it is the reason I do an 8-week long thing, it's really 6 weeks of intensive work, but there's a week of really connecting with one another, and then the last one is to say goodbyes and make decisions about how you want to connect with people going forward, and just a place to kind of, I don't know, release some of your excitement for the changes that are coming and happening or happened, and also just to maintain those relationships and friendships and find a way to have a nice balanced ending, if you will. And so this workshop is mostly done online, and I'm sorry for my camera. I hope you can see me. I know it's a little dark on here. Doing the best I can with what I have. So you would have this opportunity to not only release everything, like I said, but you can do this from the comfort of your home. So the beautiful piece of it is all you need is a quiet, sacred space whenever you're doing this work. And so it is an intensive process, so you get what you put into it. So whatever you put into it, you're going to get back. Meaning, you can put as little work into it as you want, or as much work as you want into it. The more you do, the more healing that happens, and the more transformation that will occur in your life. And it will catapult you forward into the future, and so many things will change. And I know for me, it's like opening a doorway to finally let go of and release things that were sitting inside of me that were starting to bubble up and I didn't really know how to deal with or work through. And using energy like Reiki is so powerful because it works multidimensionally, and you have all the beautiful beings of light that will assist us. So we have all the angels that will be there with us. We also have the Galactic Federation that works with me, and so you're going to have that healing team, my healing team as well. And so you would be required to have once a week a webinar phone call, a conference call or webinar meeting once a week, and that will be determined as a group. We'll kind of, the first night we're doing together on the 30th, and it's the date and time I pick. But after that, we will together discuss what works the best for everyone to meet. And it could be early in the morning, it could be late in the day. We'll figure that out, but it's definitely the major connection with everybody else is on that call, because we do some healing on that call, but we also do a check-in and see how people are doing. The other thing that's required of you is once a week there's a major process, and that's a Reiki treatment that you will do. And it will be guided, specific. You will have details of what you need to do and how to do it. And then the rest of the week, your requirement is to do a little journaling, to do a little bit of meditation and breathing. It is a great way for you not only to like do your own healing, but to set your routine and create a ritual that you can create every day in your life, in your reality, to make it more possible for you to find your center and balance. So it's like kind of sets you up for that. The other part of it, the inner work. So you will have access to me 24/7 for the most part. And I say that because when I'm sleeping, I'm not obviously looking at email. But you will have a group online that you will connect with everyone every day. And there will be a little bit of interaction that I ask that you perform, because I want you to make sure that you're reading the emails and paying attention to what people need, because we're here to support one another. We're not going it alone on this journey. This journey is meant to be a group for many reasons. One, the group energy raises everyone's vibration and makes healing happen faster. It also assists everyone in being supported, because we can't do this alone. Our journey on this planet has never been meant to be alone, and we're never meant to be on our own, healing every little thing. And a lot of us feel scared and like, oh, we're alone, we don't have anyone. But the truth is, we actually have each other, and we don't recognize that until we're in a group healing environment. And so while it might be separate from you being at home, you're not actually anywhere. You're not anywhere in a facility with a group of people. You are really with a group of people, because everywhere you go energetically throughout that 8 weeks, you are a group, and the group healing happens. And so it's necessary for sharing and input from everyone. So you'll see what that means as the dynamic begins and starts, but you will not regret this workshop. And, you know, Spirit is been on my side with this for a really long time. You know, a lot of us have had trauma in our childhood, and trauma might not be, you know, what everybody else determines trauma to be. So don't judge what somebody else's trauma is, and don't judge your own. Recognize that if something was traumatic to you and it affected you in some way, that healing needs to happen. And a lot of us repressed it, didn't deal with it, didn't feel it, or we recognized it, or we numbed ourselves. And so we didn't go there. We didn't want to open the can of worms, if you will. We didn't want to go in and delve in and see what's there. This is an opportunity for you to do healing without reliving every single thing, and without having to remember every detail. It's an opportunity to heal all your childhood stuff that you are ready to heal and release. Now, when I say that, it means some people will heal like vast amounts of things, and other people will heal one major thing, or people will heal bits and pieces of things. And that's because it's dependent upon your higher self and your journey. So a lot of people take this workshop more than once because of the power behind it. And also depending on where they are on their cycle of healing, and if they're ready or not. So one of the things that I highly recommend that you do is look within you and see if this is right for you. And everyone has a different calling into how they do their healing. I personally loved this opportunity when I had it, and I've done at least on myself at least 6 workshops before I started teaching it, and it was really profound each time. And I just want to share that with the world, because I really believe the key to us going forward is to heal that inner child. So why do I believe that? So I believe a lot of the violence, the anger, the destruction, and the ick in the world today is because we have these giant adults, these people that are adult beings with little inner children out of control inside, don't know how to handle life, and are very scared, and so they react to everything in a very negative, violent way. And so it's really the inner children that are running around the planet in these big bodies. That's kind of how I see it. And if we don't really learn to do that, then guess what? We promote and perpetuate the same patterns and behaviors with our children going forward. And so we don't want to do that. We want to heal ancestral pain, ancestral suffering, ancestral drama and trauma. And that starts with us, right? Because we're the only thing we can control, and the only thing we can work on is us. We can't fix anyone around us. We can't change everybody else. We can only change us. And that starts with our belief systems. And those belief systems were rooted, notice I say rooted, in our root chakra, right? So as we came to the earth, we started growing. We developed these beliefs, these patterns based on what we saw, what we experienced, and how we protected ourselves. And so if you think about that, and you think about any trauma that you experienced, that is totally part of this journey, because we grew up with all those things intact that were maybe not intact in the way that is a healthy, balanced way. They were intact in the way we needed to survive and to provide for ourselves and to protect ourselves on this path. But we're adults now and we don't have to do that. But guess what? Our inner children don't always know that we're adults now. And it's really important to talk to that inner child and find out where he or she may be stuck. Because once we do find that out, there's no holds barred. The world will change and our life will open and expand wider. I wanted to also mention a couple things. So I know many people are like, whoa, that's expensive. It's really not. I'm offering a discount to the 15th of this month, June 15th, for $350. And that's like basically $50 a week. And the regular price is $400. So that's $50 a week for literally 8 weeks, 24/7 of constant healing that's going to be happening for you, because I will be working Reiki wise on all of you each day. And I will be there available to you. So that's not asking a lot of money, first of all. Secondly, it is your life and it is your journey, and you get to choose how you spend your money and what you do. But one of the most amazing bits of wisdom that an ex-fiance taught me, an ex-boyfriend had taught me, was he said to me, if you're not spending, if you're all worried about money, because I was worried about money when I shifted my life many years ago, and I'm not going to go into that story. You all know how my life was. And if you don't, you can read about me and ask me questions. But I was getting sick really pretty bad, and mainstream medicine wasn't working, and it was actually making me sicker. And so one of the things he said to me, he's like, you know, you're willing to charge like a new chair because you need it, or a new dress because you need it, but you're not willing to charge your vitamins, your supplements, things that you need for your body. So why don't you do that? Because if you're not here, there's no point to having that dress or that chair. And it was like, it hit me so hard. This is so long ago now. It seems like another lifetime, actually. But it hit me so hard to recognize that now when I spend my money, I spend it on my healing and my health, because that's where it needs to go. Because if I'm not okay, I'm not okay. And that goes for physical, mental, and emotional pieces. So the reason you choose an inner child healing project is to heal the parts of you that are wounded. It could be a physical ailment. So for example, last year, one of the big things that I wanted to focus on during my inner child healing was the trauma in my body. So I know about the emotional trauma, I know about the mental trauma, I know about what's happened, all those things, but in my body, I didn't know where it was. It was hiding. But guess what? It wasn't really hiding, because it was coming out in physical ways. And so our bodies are trying to find a way to get our attention. And so if you have physical ailments, believe me, this project is great for you too, because it's rooted somewhere in your system. A lot of us have autoimmune diseases we don't even realize. We're walking on the planet with these autoimmune diseases from not loving ourselves fully, or not recognizing we can love ourselves. So there's many reasons that people come into this project, at this workshop, and there's many reasons people will seek to heal their inner child. But the first one usually is emotional, and that's the one most people see. But there's also the physical part and the belief systems. We carry stuff within us that maybe isn't good for us, that have been projected upon us through family, friends, school, religion, all of those things that have been projected upon us maybe don't work or fit anymore. Maybe they do, and that's fine. If your life is working and it's great right now as it is, then by all means recognize that. But if you find that there's things that are not working, and there's things that you wish you could change, or things that you wish were different, then this is the work for you. Inner child wounds are so key to healing the world. They're so key to healing you, so that you can help heal the world. Because as you heal, it spreads out the vibrational frequency, and everyone else will want to heal. And that's the intention with what I do with my work. I mean, my business is called Soul Star Healing. My mission is promoting hope, meaning healing our planet Earth one person at a time through turning on the light. And my belief is one person at a time heals, but it actually affects everyone in their world and everyone in their radius. So if it is doing that, then it's sparking light for all those people. Whether they choose to do what they choose to do with it or not is another story. But you're sparking the light by healing you. And that's been my mission right along. And it will always be my mission, because I believe that is who I am, and that's why I'm here, is to spark light in everyone and to promote healing for our Earth, because our Earth is embodying everything that we're carrying. And I could go off on tangents, as you all know. And if you don't know me, believe me, I can go off on tangents. But I really want you to recognize that the journey is all yours, and you get to choose what to do with it, what you wish. And if you want to live the most miraculous, loving life, then be miraculous with yourself, love yourself, and do the work. And you could do it through me, or you could choose someone else. But Right now, I'm offering this inner child workshop for everyone to take because I really believe everyone should be healed and should be it should be accessible for everyone to heal those parts of themselves. Now going to that, back to the money. So it's a $400 8-week workshop. It's intensive. It is a real workshop. Just because it's not in person doesn't mean it doesn't count. It definitely counts. I've had numerous people take it, and I really should be getting more and more feedback, and I don't because I don't think to ask for that. So maybe I will this time around. And some people take it a second time, a third time. That's happened. I told you I took it 6 times before I even thought of teaching this to anyone. And then the other piece of it is, I know that $400 is a large commitment because I know in my life I've struggled and financially it's been really hard. So I'm open to working with you in some way. You do have to pay something because it is an energy exchange, and I am literally working for you that entire time and also doing my own work during that time. But I will be happy to work with you in payment plans. I will be happy to work with you on discounts if that's necessary. So please reach out to me. Don't just think, oh, I can't afford it and I can't do it. Please reach out to me and talk to me about what's going on. The other thing that I'd like to offer to you is there is another piece of it. So you need to have a Reiki practice, or not a practice, I'm sorry. You need to be a Reiki person, meaning that you've at least done Reiki level 1 and 2. If you haven't, then it's very difficult to get you into this workshop because honestly, you need to have those other attunements. And if you are a Reiki level 2 practitioner and you're like, well, I don't have the Reiki master, I don't have the 3rd level symbols, can I still do this? Yes, you can. I can attune you prior to the workshop, and then you will be ready to go for this workshop. So you need to have level 3 attunements. However, what I want to let you know is if I do attune you, it's specific to this workshop, meaning I will give you the symbol, I will tell you how to say it, but you will not be attuned as a Reiki master or Reiki level 3 person. You're just simply attuned for the purpose of this workshop. And there is a small fee for that, and I'm charging $25 for that attunement. Again, talk to me if you're struggling and you're worried about money. I am open to discussing this stuff with people. I really believe that it's more important to help each other than it is to make money. Granted, that's probably why I have no money. That's why I always stay kind of modest and humble in my world, because I really believe helping people is my utmost gift to the world, and that is my job. And so, yes, I need money to live, and so that's why I'm charging. But at the same time, I also recognize people struggle and they need some assistance. And if I didn't have help along my way, I wouldn't be able to do the work I do. And I've had help, so I want to help people as well. And the funny thing is, even if I was wealthy and rich, I definitely would be the same person. I don't see me ever changing that belief system. So I hope this answers your questions. I hope it gives a little more direction about what you need to do. So journaling, I don't know if I mentioned that. I just want to bring back to what we'll be doing. So your requirements, if you choose to take this mission, your requirements would be to attend a weekly webinar and conference call. Your other requirements are to do a weekly Reiki process on yourself. So you would need like an hour and a half, 1 day a week for that. And then daily, you would be required to do a little bit of meditation, grounding, perhaps, and do a little journaling and do a little bit of meditation. I think I just said that. And the journaling piece is really going to be important for you because it's your journey. And again, what you put into it is what you get out of it. So the more you allow yourself to go there, the more you're going to heal, and the more you're going to heal it for good on a cellular level. And the beautiful thing is this is a multidimensional workshop. So the work that you're doing is working multidimensionally. So it's not just in this dimension. It is working your past, your present, your future, your past, your future, your future past, so on. I'm not going to keep going on. But I'm sure you get that point. And then the other part of it, the other piece that is a requirement is just to connect with one another. So I ask that you're supportive of each other, and that if you're feeling great one day, then you help be the cheerleader for someone who puts out a stress call, if you will, saying, hey, I'm really having a tough time today. That's really your requirement, is to check your emails and just to see what's happening in this group and making sure everyone's doing okay. It's not meant to be difficult, but it is meant to be healing. And it's meant to be healing as a group, as a whole. And the love that we can gain from just going through this for ourselves and for others is so powerful. And I have to tell you, this particular workshop is what changed my life so dramatically that I opened my business and I started to fall in love with me. And I've been falling in love with me every year since. And it's scary to think about that because we all want to believe that we fall in love with ourselves. We're good. But guess what? Every year I find something new to fall in love with me for. And that's amazing because that reminds me that my love for myself is a lifelong process and a lifelong journey. And so it is for everyone. You know, we just forget that. And it makes you realize you don't really care what people think so much because it matters more about you loving you. And you have to be in your best and highest good. And when you are, that is perfect for everyone around you because that gives them the ability to be in their best and highest good. So I send you all so much love. Namaste. I am going to place this up on YouTube. So I want to say to my followers who I haven't done a video for in a long time, I apologize profusely. I've been going through a lot of my own stuff, physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. And as many people knew that I was displaced for a little while because of my situation with mold in my office. I am on the road to recovery, but I am doing some physical healing still as a result of all of that, and some emotional healing as a result of all of that. And so I promise to come back at some point soon to do videos again and to communicate with all of you because they believe that one of the ways that I do reach people is through speaking because obviously I'm a channel and so one never knows what's going to come out of my mouth. And even this, I didn't plan anything. I have no idea. I hope I covered everything that you needed to hear from me. The sooner you sign up, the quicker access you get to the tools and the quicker access that you will get to each other in a group. So if you sign up before the 29th, I think that's a great idea. Please sign up earlier so that you can start interacting with one another and seeing what's going to happen and getting some more information. Okay, I send you many blessings. I send you lots of love and light. And I wish you a beautiful day. And I wish you well on your journey, whatever that may mean for you. Namaste.